Okay. At first, I thought I couldn't hear myself, but I can.
Okay. Give me a second. All right. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we're live on a Wednesday, ready to give you some podcasting. Find us everywhere you get podcasts. Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. We like reading those. I know,
we do.
You know, it's been a while since we got any. So if you haven't left one yet, or if you want to refresh your old one, we don't give a fuck.
We don't care.
We don't care how long it is.
Ain't got to be long. Leave us emojis. We don't care.
Just be nice. That's all we ask.
We are sensitive about our shit.
So leave us 5-star reviews. Help us out on the charts. Help us move up. Share us. Tell people about us. Tell people you enjoy the show. You always see people on Twitter and Facebook asking, anybody got any new podcasts to listen to? Tell them, evangelize for us. Get out there and tell them it's us. We the ones. We them ones. The official weapon of the show is
the taser,
and the unofficial sport,
bullet ball,
and bullet ball to the motherfucking extreme. All right, guys, we're extremists over here. Let's get into some podcast news and views. All right. News. All right, it keeps happening. Guess what, everybody?
What?
They found the wreckage from the submersible, and they have presumed human remains inside. So it's looking like they didn't make it, everybody. I'm sorry if you were holding out hope for some Leviathan level shit, but these people are dead.
From all the news that was coming out, sound like they knew days ago, and people were searching. I'm not gonna say for nothing, because they want to quote unquote find their bodies, but with people having the hope that they were going to find them alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like they knew they was, they have imploded long time ago, and this is the inevitable conclusion. And it feel like it was always a search for their remains. So I guess they folk can have something to bury after they get back from the concerts they've been going to and stuff. So makes sense to me.
Oh no. Yeah,
one of the son of the billionaire dude, he was like on OnlyFans and at concerts. He was living his life.
He was like living my best life. He was like, I didn't go down there with them.
He said, I know enough about submarines. Them people imploded. Now I already had these tickets. So Cardi B, you're gonna have to get off of my drop and worry about yourself. Okay? Because let's be honest, you got bigger problems than whether a billionaire's son is out at concerts. So stop telling me to grieve, and you and Offset work y'all shit out, But yeah, so they recovered it. But I feel like we're doomed to repeat this again. For a couple reasons. Okay? Talk about these motherfucking seas, everybody, okay? These bodies of water. First of all, the world's largest cruise ship completes first sea trial ahead of its January 2024 debut.
How big is this cruise ship?
It's the world's largest, Karen. I don't think you understood. It's the largest.
Okay, I've been on a cruise ship.
It's a category 6.
Cruise ship.
It includes, it's a big ship when they start naming it after hurricanes and tornadoes. Category 6.
That's really the name of it?
That's what it's called, yeah.
Oh.
Travelers aboard the cruise ship can expect to enjoy the world's biggest water park on a ship called Category 6. Why are you named? This seems like your name. You're testing God.
Why are you mocking the ocean?
Why don't y'all understand what's happening in the sea right now? They are done with our shit. Why don't you just call it the unsinkable? The SS wish a nigga would.
Right?
What?
I mean, the whales is fucking up the rudders, the ocean blowing people around on some of these boats.
The SS fuck around and find out is finally being Christian today. And we going straight to the Bermuda Triangle. We hope these motherfuckers do something. It includes 6 water slides. 6 water slides? I feel like
how many people this bitch holds?
I feel like if I didn't even know they did this on cruises.
Yeah, now they like whole ass amusement park. They have clubs, a bunch of multiple restaurants. They like multiple stories. Yeah, they've come a long way. I haven't been on a cruise ship in years, but I see like I follow people on like TikTok and Twitter stuff. People who like go on cruises and they have some that are like, look, ain't keep them babies at the house. They have some that are like just strictly adults. And those are the ones where people actually partying.
Well, if it's going to be the biggest trip ever, I'm imagining families are expected to come.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to have a resort retreat, a seaside escape, a theme park, more than 40 options for drinking, dining, and entertainment. Wow.
40.
The ultimate family townhouse, which Royal Caribbean advertises as a 3-story sprawling adventure-filled pad with an in-suite slide, a karaoke station, and hidden nooks to find, will offer one of a kind accommodations inside. It has 8 neighborhoods, and the largest pool at sea.
Bitch, we at sea.
It has 20 decks. It'll feature the first dueling piano bar for Royal Caribbean and Crown's Edge, which is described as a fear-inducing challenge that's part skywalk, part rope course, part thrill ride, and an all-out test of your courage. You want to test that courage?
White people.
You test your courage by stepping on a fucking cruise ship in 2024.
Right.
Okay, if it ain't the norovirus, it's gonna be the black dolphins. It's gonna something getting you.
Something gonna get you.
The sharks. I mean, that's one I forgot to mention when I said the sea fed up with our shit. The dude that jumped off the side of a cruise ship on a dare and was never seen again.
Why would you do that?
Whiteness. They just didn't believe it could happen to them. So yeah, the length is around 1,200 feet. The ship has a weight of approximately 250,800 tons. It can accommodate around 2,350 crew members and 5,610 passengers.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's supposed to debut in South Florida in January.
So are they doing a test run? Is this a full capacity? Or is it just the crew?
Right now it's the test. They just completed a test run. That's what I said.
Yeah, and I'm saying, is it test run with just the crew or the test run to like full capacity? Because I
don't think it's the full capacity.
Okay.
This is the video of it. You can see it on Instagram.
We got that. Yeah, we got that.
First of all, this song is too hype.
Ain't it though? That shit look like cotton candy.
It looks like it'll be a great time to do on land.
On land, it'll be flames.
It seems like you could do all these things somewhere on land. That's all I'm saying.
You can.
It don't seem like you need to be testing Poseidon with this one.
Nope.
I like that the first comment is, will you still be charging over £1,000 for an 18-month-old baby on this cruise liner? Or probably more, seeing as I was quoted that for 1 week, Oasis 2024, which is a much older ship. So this person mad. They're like, will I be having to pay for it? They did not respond.
I'm pretty sure a lot of this shit's probably all inclusive too. So yeah, you're gonna be paying a good little grip per person.
Yeah, 18-month-old baby paying £1,000. I mean, leave the baby home then.
Right?
The fuck?
I fuck them kids.
Baby don't even know it's on a cruise.
Baby don't remember having them trips.
Try to make them feel bad and shit. Plus, you know how we do. If they start letting 18 months in for free, man, every kid under 5 gonna be 18 months all of a sudden.
Yep, that's what they charge.
Y'all know this. Y'all know how we do. We've all been to that family with a kid, that family restaurant where the kids eat free, and your dad be like, "You 9 tonight." I'm like, okay.
And
Dad, I literally have a fucking. I just voted sticker on. I drove us to the restaurant. I can't be 9.
You 9. I'm 13.
Yeah.
Kids are telling on you.
They will every time. Meanwhile, as I said, the sea is sick of our shit because 6 sea lions are attacking surfers in Southern California. Try saying that 5 times fast.
So sick, as in they're not feeling good, sea lions?
Or they sick of our shit? I don't know.
Oh, that might be
mean,
the type of sea lion. I
don't know. I don't know. It's in the article title, but who knows what it really means, you know? They could just be like, I'm sick of these niggas.
Yes! I bet that's what's happening.
I'm allergic to humans.
Why's my skin itching humans around?
Right. Like, didn't the dolphins tell y'all?
Them surfers
6 sea lions have been attacking people at the beach in Orange County who get too close. Marine wildlife experts think the sea lions may have been poisoned by algae blooms, making them more aggressive than usual. The sea lions may seem helpless and in distress, but several people have been bitten coming to their rescue.
KTLA's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost is live in Dana Point, where officials are warning the public to keep their distance.
Are you helpless in distress? Chomp. I guess not.
They fucking sea lions.
Chip.
Yeah, hey there, Micah and Cher. The beach just below me is one of the places where we've heard reports about someone getting bit by a sea lion. These recent cases we're hearing about were told by one expert we talked.
They lions of the motherfucking sea, bitch.
Killer whales, you know, sharks. Like, these things are done playing with us. Sea lions, they didn't name them sea teddy bears.
No, they didn't.
Two are probably directly connected to that algae bloom we've been hearing about. The entrance to Strands Beach in Dana Point is a warning to visitors about an aggressive sea lion in the area. It's just one of at least 3 beaches in Orange County where people have been bitten in the last couple of days.
So we've actually seen a number of surfers in the water that have been bit by sea lions, and those sea lions are more likely to be sea lions that have had a seizure and are completely unaware of their surroundings, just erratically swimming, and then they bumped into somebody and bit somebody.
Dr. Alyssa Deming of the Pacific Marine Mammal Center in Laguna Beach says the bites are likely related to the dramatic increase in 6 sea lions they've been rescuing in recent weeks, thanks to an algae bloom off the coast. Through the food chain, domoic acid from that algae gets into the...
They do look high as fuck. They was laid out. Them dolphins looking like, oh, next motherfucker I see, I'm biting.
Sea lions, causing all kinds of problems.
So domoic acid is a toxin, a neurotoxin that impacts the brain, your hippocampus in particular, and that results in seizure activity. And those seizure activities can result in animals acting anywhere from completely comatose and unresponsive to very hyperactive, confused, and disoriented.
That's one reason Dr. Deming wants the public to be extra careful this coming holiday weekend.
I think I
like that they weren't always careful. When I go to the beach and I see a sea lion, I'm always extra careful.
The fuck I'm gonna go near it for?
It's a wild animal. I'm also extra careful when I see a jellyfish.
Shit,
you know what I mean? Like a crab.
Yeah,
that's not my house.
Right.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, the sea is over for us. I don't Namor and motherfucking Aquaman down there. Just I don't know why y'all fucking around and finding out right now. It's not worth it. A professor who went to a strip club with his students, the court has said he is not a victim of anti-male bias.
What happened? So was it on company time or was it a part of the assignment?
For the past 4 years, George Mason's psychology professor Todd Cashton has been fighting the public Virginia University where he works. He admitted in court filings he hosted graduate students in his hot tub, where he discussed his experience at a German brothel. And he likewise acknowledged he went with students to a strip club and told them about performing oral sex on a woman at a party.
What? That's unprofessional.
Karen, how they gonna learn? Okay. If I honestly, I would have went to grad school if I knew it was this cool.
That's unprofessional.
You never had a professor sit down and tell you about the time they ate somebody's ass?
Nope.
Well, I guess you're just not a student.
I guess
like
I
the rest
haven't
of
lived
us,
yet.
You know,
I guess my degree must not mean as much.
I guess you don't really understand how these professors get down.
I don't. My degree is not lit. I'm so sorry.
But he argued that he was a victim of anti-male bias because they disciplined him for sexual harassment.
I can see that. Yes.
So you do agree that it's anti-male bias? You can see that.
Not anti-male, but yeah, sex. I mean, because these are your students. Like that shit matters. Like these, you know, you are a professor.
So you can see why they disciplined him.
Yes.
What you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Last week, he lost at the U.S. Court Appeals for the Fourth Circuit after a lower court had rejected his claim against the university in 2020, saying there was no evidence of discrimination against him. Yeah, he sounds like an asshole just for the fact that it's been 4 years and he's still trying to fight on this point. That's why I believe he's an asshole, because I'm just like, bro, let it go.
I mean, are you tenure?
How
I mean,
are you?
Don't sound like you lost your job. I don't get this.
How are you not embarrassed at this point?
Right. You keep fighting this bullshit.
His work focuses on happiness and well-being. He's written a what's your trigger quiz for the New York Times and talked happiness in the Hidden Brain podcast. He has a Substack called Provoked. A tenured professor since 2008. He's written several self-improvement books.
Okay. But I'm your student and I didn't come for your personal shit. You know, we're going to talk about that. Cool.
The names on these fucking titles of these podcasts and books and articles and shit he writes sounds like he's an asshole. Triggered, provoked. What's your trigger? You know what I mean? Sound like he's like, am I triggering you? I don't know if that's what he is, but that's the vibe I'm picking up. He was also disaffiliated from the clinical psychology program for 5 years. He's barred from teaching or hiring new graduate students for 2 years.
That come out right. No, you can't be doing this bullshit. Yeah.
He also was told he can no longer teach, mentor, conduct research, or serve on dissertation committees as part of a doctoral program. Those punishments came after a school investigation detailed in documents made public through his lawsuit concluded he sexually harassed 4 female students. Oh, burying the lead.
Right.
In his suit, he said the school violated his right to equal treatment, which prohibits sex-based discrimination. So his whole argument is if it would have been a woman, it wouldn't have been a problem.
It still would have been a problem, bitch.
Like if a woman was in a hot tub and was talking about that shit, he's like, what about the women get away with this all the time? I'm like, pick one woman that did it. Show me the example.
And you're the fucking professor. No, sir.
Yeah, he said in his suit that students had welcomed and sometimes initiated the behavior. Oh, it's their fault. It's not like you're the one being paid as a teacher.
Right. It's not like you're the one with the doctorate degree.
I love that as an excuse, though. A professor does something highly professional and they're just like, okay, hear me out. The students started it. Oh, okay. Shit then.
No, sir.
Deemed inappropriate in that one complaint of the complaining women organized a strip club trip and bought him a lap dance while another had asked how many sexual partners he had. It sounds like it was just inappropriate, but you know better. You're the one that's supposed to know better. It's not like I'm not trying to say that what they did wasn't inappropriate, but it's like a cop being like, listen, everybody else started snorting cocaine. So I started doing it. And it's like, that's not how this works.
Yes, you're the one in charge. You're the one that's being held to a higher standard. The fuck are you talking about?
The same women who had given him unsolicited praise for his teaching and research and sought him out for assistance with academics and their careers now allege he had created a hostile environment, his lawyers wrote, positing that one student and her 3 friends turned on him because she was fired from his lab. Shouldn't have fired her then, if it was that simple.
Right.
Should have let her burn everything down. I got the burns of burning on backwards. I don't care. I can't fire you. We're having lap dances together, and I know how this goes. That woman who spoke on the condition of anonymity because she feared the professional repercussions of reporting him, said she chose to leave the lab and provided emails indicating she chose to apply for and attend a different program. So he's lying about firing her, according to her. She and the other 3 women say they were not all friends before independently deciding to report him. So it just sounds like this is his last ditch defense.
Yep.
Let's see. Sarah Bricker Carter and Caitlin Williams, who went public with their complaints in the 2020 Post interview, said they and other students felt compelled to go along with a sexual boundary crossing to succeed in the clinical psychology program.
Right, because you are the professor.
It was not a secret. The older students had told her that she would have to play ball to do well in his classes. Throughout my graduate work, I faced decisions over what I was willing to go through in order to get where I needed to get. I didn't push back, and I was able to get his favor in that way, but I didn't uphold my values.
Right, which means this is something that everybody knew openly, and it's something that you probably have been doing for who knows how fucking long.
It is the power imbalance.
Yes.
That's what I think people can't truly grasp is the power imbalance.
Correct.
Like, and the men struggle with this all the time because men, and when I say struggle, I mean they push back on it. I don't know that they truly struggle, and I think if you made it a same-sex situation or an unwanted advance from some dude that was over them in a job, they'd completely be like, yeah, that's highly inappropriate. But men always, because of privilege, look at this stuff and push back like, so just because Tavis Smiley is the boss, he can't fuck all the women in the office? It's like, yeah, you can't. Because when it inevitably does end bad, it's going to always look bad because you can never truly prove anything is 100% consensual between this power imbalance at a workplace where there can be repercussions. So every time this comes up, and this isn't it's a workplace kind of issue, but professor is the imbalance in this. And if you're Mr. I'd like to get freaking with my students and make fun of sex jokes, when they go, I don't feel that I had the choice to say, hey, leave me out of the sex jokes because I didn't want to be retaliated against, get a lower grade, whatever. So I just went along with it, but I never liked it. And you can never prove that your perspective is always going to be, they seem to like it. They were making jokes back. If they felt like they had to, then does it count?
Right. And it's also, one of those things to, when people say stupid shit like that, you go with it. No, you're stupid. So no, you just don't do anything. No.
Men believe that it's men that think that the Hooters waitress likes them.
Right.
Or the stripper at the strip club really cares about you. Like, men are fucking ridiculous like that. And if you go, well, it's just a power situation, or they want this thing or whatever, it's not real, then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm the victim here, not them. It's like, well, no, you're the one that had the choice.
Correct.
But he has denied some allegations of comments made in private conversations about sex. Those made in group settings, he argued, were pedagogical in nature.
What's that?
I'll look it up. I know it. Related to teaching.
Okay.
Yeah. He said he deployed the oral sex anecdote as an example of exhibitionism and a description of the German brothel as part of a broader conversation about human sexuality. Man, get the fuck.
But nigga,
in your hot tub at your house.
Right. You're not in the classroom setting. Your degree in the field is not about sex education or anything like that.
And when I was fucking them, that was also part of the teaching.
What the fuck is this? Get out of here, sir.
Like, don't get the fuck, bro. Let's see. Let's move on to another section. Let me archive this article. And yeah, all right, let's do something else. Let's talk about how about white people news?
White people news. Exciting to the barbecue. We might be problematic or a little bit stiff. It's so really hard on our fragile pieces. White people news.
Oh man, the whites are struggling right now.
What happened?
There's a lot of stuff going on, Karen.
Okay.
First of all, Pete Davidson is in rehab after struggling with borderline personality disorder and PTSD.
Oh no!
Get well soon, Pete.
Right?
He was possibly the best part of that Transformers movie.
He was.
A fan threw a bag of their late mother's ashes on stage as Pink performs.
What is up with this? Wouldn't there something where somebody like tossed a cell phone and popped somebody in the face?
BB Risha, the thick white, the Paul goddess. They did her dirty.
Fucked her up too.
I know. She's a trooper because she went back out and performed too. But yeah, man, had to get stitches.
Yeah, and they arrested him. Fuck
Yeah.
yes, because you assaulted her.
She ain't never hurt nobody. She just trying to do her songs in her too tight pants and get extra credit. That's it.
That's it. She did not deserve that. Fuck that face up.
Right. What is she now? Why is she in it?
Right. And cell phones are heavy.
Exactly. Yeah. Nowadays, and he threw it hard as fuck. Like it wasn't I tossed it to her. She didn't catch it, bro. It was I'm trying to throw this as an object to hurt a person.
Yes. And the thing is, she was oblivious to it coming because I seen the clip and she was just performing, and that bitch said, "Boop." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. And I saw it happen. I said, man, I know who's gonna be very upset about this shit.
Hog, P-A-W-G. Fat ass white girls.
Because that's his type.
And that's his jam.
But yeah, fan threw their late mother's ashes on stage as Pink performed at Hyde Park in London, England. The singer is currently headlining the Summer Carnival tour and was performing Just Like a Pill when the fan threw a bag of their mother's ashes on stage.
Wow.
He paused for a moment, bent down to pick up the large bag of powder, and then asked, "Is this your mom?" The fan responded, "Yes," and Pink said, "I don't know how I feel about this." Makes sense. I wouldn't know how to feel about that shit either. That doesn't seem like that seemed like a lot.
That's a whole lot. And why?
Yeah, I don't know. Is your mom a big Pink fan? Oh, so.
Is this your mom? I don't know how to feel about this.
I props to her for still being able to sing. She Patti LaBelle, that shit. I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah, that's not your fun. That's why they professionals, because they like,
yeah,
hey, I got to keep performing.
She did not miss a beat.
Get that shit down and continue to sing.
Man, well, if you still were under the illusion that Pink is secretly black, I think that ended the debate right there, because a black person would have been like, get this motherfucking shit off me! Like, it would have been a totally different vibe. Okay, we don't play like that with the ancestors. Don't throw no ashes on me, player.
Don't throw no ashes at me.
A Arizona man fatally mauled by a black bear while drinking his morning coffee. Stephen Jackson, 66, was at a campsite.
What you do to that black bear?
Well, he was building a home in a wooded area when the bear attacked him. It was an unprovoked attack, according to the people around the area. Although I don't know how you know.
Right.
The bear attacked him, dragged him down an embankment before it was fatally shot by a neighbor.
Ooh, that bear just being a bear.
He was sitting at a table having a coffee on a site where he was building a cabin when the adult male bear attacked him. There was a struggle. Jackson called out for help and the neighbors responded. They tried to get the bear to stop attacking him. They were honking horns and different things they were doing. There was no success in stopping the attack. Got dragged about 75 feet down an embankment before a neighbor arrived with a rifle and shot the animal to stop the attack. By that time, Jackson was dead. Yeah, it happened about 7:50 a.m. So, doesn't appear to have been any food or anything else obvious that would have attracted the bear. Guys, he was the food.
I think he was.
The bear don't know. The bear wasn't like, oh, Cheetos. And it was like, oh, shit, free humans.
Free lunch.
Oh, it smells kind of like coffee. I like the coffee flavored ones.
I like people with my side of coffee.
Officials are confident the bear responsible was killed. There's no threat of other aggressive animals to the public. Yeah, that's what y'all thought before that dude got ate, though. The bear was estimated to be between 6 and 10 years old.
That's why I stay out of the woods.
That is why I stay out of the woods too, because I don't want to be out there just sipping on my coffee. And now I'm a snack.
Getting fucked up.
Let's see. PETA president wants her skin to be included in a human barbecue after she passes away. Yeah, I said it. That's correct, Karen. Don't look at me like that with the new glasses, okay? PETA,
isn't this against everything you say? Ain't you an animal too?
PETA president Ingrid Newkirk revealed she wants her flesh to be cooked after she dies.
Ain't nobody trying to eat you, child. No.
She sat down with Fox Digital.
Flavorless and shit.
Right. You ain't been eating no meat, so I know you're not gonna be tasty. Okay. This ain't grass-fed beef.
Right.
During the conversation,
ain't
Newkirk
gonna have no body fat. I passed.
She shared that she recently updated her will to include a very strange request. She clarified her desires for her own flesh to be prepared, preferably with onions, in a human barbecue following her passing. Is to convey her belief that consuming animals should not be practiced by anyone. Well, you know what, bitch? You know what? I'm calling you bluff. I'll have some of you. All right? How about that? And then that'll justify eating animals. I mean, I'm calling you out. Okay? You think this gonna scare me off of these animals, girl? Hell no.
I'm still going to eat some chicken wings.
I'm gonna fry you up with some bacon. And I'm gonna go to town, and then I'm gonna look at all the PETA people and be like, "Oh, did you think I would be disgusting and stop? I'm an animal. I'm just like that bear." Okay. How about y'all tell the animals first? You can barbecue my flesh, and you'll smell it cooking with those onions. You'll think, "Oh, I want some of that," but it will make you think. No, it won't. I've been to Cracker Barrel. I won't think a second, man. We've all had Taco Bell. No one knows what's in those tacos. Okay, we like Jack in the Box tacos. That could be human PETA people. I don't know. I don't know. We don't care. We stopped caring a long time ago, man.
Yes, we did.
These animals, chicken's not supposed to be as big as churches. If you eating church's chicken, you'll eat a person.
I declare you will.
I guarantee that. Okay.
Them shit's like dinosaurs.
All right. You're not gonna.
You're out there like the fucking Flintstones.
All right. So she intends to have her skin removed and utilize to create leather items like a belt and a purse. I'll rock that shit. I bet
that shit will be flames.
The PETA leader has already made plans for her eye to be sent to the National Institutes of Health to support animal experimentation research, while her foot is to be repurposed as an umbrella stand. Okay, now you're just getting cocky. Okay, see, this is just narcissism now. Don't nobody want your foot for an umbrella stand. You know why? Because we got umbrella stands, ma'am. Okay, we're not running out.
You got plenty of them.
She also made arrangements with the pathologist who will be responsible for dividing her body parts for the purpose of posthumous activism. What, you gonna throw your ashes on the stage at Pink?
What the fuck is happening?
What?
I'm so confused right now.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Well, good luck to her, okay? We're rooting for you, sis.
Good luck to you all.
A TikToker.
I'd rather you do this than all the other bullshit that y'all been doing and having cows with chains. Talk about nobody knows the trouble they seen. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it is better than they slavery ads.
Yes.
Pat Sajak is retiring, and Adam Seacrest is taking this. Is that his name?
Yes.
Some Seacrest.
What
the fuck is that man's name?
Something Seacrest. Seacrest. He always that nigga keep a job.
Ryan Seacrest. There you go.
I mean,
Ryan Seacrest is taking his spot.
He not a nigga, but he keep a job.
I'm glad they're getting rid of Pat Sajak though, because he's like a MAGA Republican on the low. Not even on the low anymore. And he tweets stupid shit. Like he tweeted some anti-vaccine shit, then his son got sick with the COVID. And he stopped talking about it like that. And even his retirement sounds like a bitter dude that got fired. And they agreed to let him say he's retiring, but he ain't retiring.
No, Peter kept that job till he died.
He tweeted, "Well, the time has come. I've decided that our 41st season, which begins in September, will be my last. It's been a wonderful ride, and I'll have more to say in the coming months." That's how you know this nigga got fired. "Many thanks to you all. If nothing else, it'll keep the clickbait sites busy."
Oh no! Oh
Right.
no! Are they gonna keep Vanna?
Yeah, Vanna. I mean, I think she make $3 million a year or some shit for flipping them them things. So.
Yeah, they might as well keep Vanna because I know one time they talking about get rid of her and them under them 8 point something, however many million people's like, bitch, you thought. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, here's some news that just dropped. Vanna White lawyers up as Ryan Seacrest is named the new Wheel of Fortune host. So maybe she was planning on being the host, which makes complete sense. Should be her turn. And she reportedly hasn't had a pay raise in 18 years.
How, Sway?
Yeah. Now she does get about $3 million a year for flipping them letters, but also it does feel weird. I guarantee you the other people got raises. And if you say like, well, she ain't doing shit, neither is Pat Sajak. We being real. This nigga ain't doing nothing but fake liking people and acting surprised when them answers flip over. That's it.
Right. And my question is, how much did he get paid versus her? Because like I say, they are almost like a staple. They kind of, because if you say him, you automatically think of her. Like you're not trying to find it. You don't think of one without the other.
Yeah, he gets $15 million a year, and that was in 2016 that they reported that.
And she getting 3? Yes, bitch, I would have a problem too.
And why wouldn't she be able to take over? It seems. I mean, it seems like that's the next evolution.
Misogyny.
What has she been flipping them letters for, if not to be the host one day?
Right.
You know. Madonna's recovering after being hospitalized for a serious bacterial infection.
Oh, I hope she's okay.
It says they expected to make a full recovery, but she was in the ICU for a couple days.
Oh shit.
They said she was also practicing and doing 12-hour days for her new tour, like practicing to get ready.
I definitely would tie anybody out.
Right. So I thought that was interesting. This actually could probably go in a different segment. So let me move this. But yeah, I think that's cool. And lastly, Yellowstone tourists put newborn elk calf in the car and drive to the police station.
What? Why?
White people. When officials at National Parks warn visitors not to interfere or mess with animals, some take the advice and some don't. On Memorial Day weekend, tourists decided to take matters to their own hands when they came upon a newborn elk. The visitors placed the elk calf in their car while likely driving on U.S. Highway 191 in the park and brought the newborn to the West Yellowstone, Montana Police Department. The elk calf later ran off into the forest, and its condition is unknown. Yeah, because it doesn't need your motherfucking help. It's a goddamn elk.
Right, and not just funny, and you may have separated it from its family.
Right, it's an elk, dog. It's not, they don't need to go to the hospital.
What the police is like, the fuck we gonna do with a goddamn elk?
Animals been doing that shit. Wild animals been just doing it. They've been fine. They figured it out, guys.
Yeah, they do not need our assistance and our help.
If you weren't there for the fucking if you weren't there for that fucking scan they do or the belly, then you shouldn't be there for at the birth care. Okay.
Right. You are not a veterinarian.
Right. What is that thing called? Sonogram?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. But yeah, even if the tourists are trying to do a good deed, they can face some serious penalties.
Right. And these animals are huge. Elk is a really big deer, ain't it?
Yeah, it's huge. It's fucking huge. But also, like, that's one of those animals that don't really attack people. But I bet you if you fuck with his babies.
What? Wouldn't you be scared you driving along and all of a sudden 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers or a whole crew just start galloping behind your ass?
A big ass horn come through the window and you be like, oh, that's right. It was a fucking wild animal. This not a pet.
Right.
And what the police gonna do? You ain't take it to the hospital. You took it to the police.
That's what I was saying. You ain't take it to the vet. You took it to what the fuck is the police arrested? What
they gonna shoot it. They gonna shoot it. Oh, a black man. Oh, I'm sorry. I was an elk. Sorry about that. Whoops. You guys know how we do. Got one solution to everything. Anybody's Humvees for nothing.
People are stupid. Leave animals alone.
Leave the animals alone. Okay. All right, let's do some fucking with black people. 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 Popeyes announces a 10-day buy one, get one free deal to celebrate July 4th and National Fried Chicken Day.
They plan on running out of fried chicken?
Customers will be able to purchase one chicken sandwich combo and get another chicken sandwich for free. They're running the online only deal from June 29th to July 9th. Customers can redeem the deal on Popeyes.com. The offer will also be available on DoorDash. Each order will receive one complimentary sandwich, and it's no issue to receive one every day for the week. The new deal includes traditional spicy and bacon and cheese sandwiches in addition to the blackened chicken sandwich. 0 to 100.
I'm not fuck with
100. And here's why. Remember this special for the Juneteenth. Okay, Popeyes, you're not slick. You're not low. Juneteenth, I don't remember getting no motherfucking coupon pop up or nothing.
No,
I'm not like these other Negroes afraid to celebrate Juneteenth.
True.
I want the pandering. I want the corporate recognition. I want the white man to bow down and give us delicious chicken, buy one, get one free on fucking Juneteenth Day. But nah, we can't do that. But July 4th, the one we don't celebrate, the one we just take the day off of work, but we don't really give a fuck about. Oh, now you get 10 days of free chicken. 10 days, my nigga. You couldn't have just started this on Juneteenth and the 10th day could have been July 4th or whatever the fuck. Like, it just seems very suspicious to me.
To your boy.
It just seems so. It's 100 for me. I don't appreciate this. Too late. An Atlanta restaurant, Woody's Cheesesteak, called out by a radio host over a racial slur. So Darlene McCoy Jackson says on Friday she went to Woody's Cheesesteak, and after placing her order with an employee, she noticed a racial slur on the receipt where her name should have been.
People in these receipts.
Yeah, and I do have. She has the receipts. She has a screenshot of it on her Instagram. Let's take a look. Woody's Cheesesteaks, Woody's 2 LLC, the address, the number, all that stuff. The at Woody's ATL. Receipt, Joe M. Okay. Ticket, Darky. Now it's cheesesteaks, so it's not like you're saying she ordered 2-piece Darky. So
Darky.
Yeah, she put in her caption, here is how it also appears on the receipt. Please see my previous post for details. I hate racism. Girl, same. Okay. Okay. Not a fan. Okay.
Not Darky.
I hate racism profusely. This is insensitive and wrong, especially because I asked him to please change my name and spell it correctly and for a refund because I didn't want to give the establishment my money and he refused. Eracism, she put as a hashtag. Now, the reason that the place is probably saying we not racist, that's not what happened, is that her name is Darlene and I guess they're saying they thought she said Darky. Because you know how that happens all the time.
How many Darky family reunions y'all know us to have? How many, dark and lovely family reunions, we be having out in here, gatherings,
And she says, I noticed when I'm paying for it because my name came up on the screen. I said, wait a minute, my name is Darlene. He said, I heard you. I said, but you have Darky. Could you change it? He says, no. I say, my name is Darlene, not Darky. He says, don't worry about it.
And that's why your shit is online.
The nigger was silent on the end of that sentence. Don't worry about it, nigger. Oh, okay. Got it.
All right.
She says that she pointed out the issue. The employee was rude and dismissive. She also said he refused to give her a refund. I took the food. I took the receipt. It's still clearly on the receipt. And I said, sir, all I asked you to do was be more sensitive about this. You can't call black people darky. He says, don't worry about it. And here we are now. First and foremost, I'm sorry to Darlene about the experience Darlene had today. It's not what we're about here at Woody's. We're about inclusivity, diversity. We're about respect for everyone, said owner Stephen Renner. Let me guess, zero. Y'all got a zero tolerance policy?
Mm-hmm. You know who did it because the employee's ID is on there.
He knows who did it. He said his employee made a simple mistake. He used abbreviations a lot. He was typing the name Darlee Unfortunately, the K and the L are next to each other. He simply hit the K instead of the L, adding that the employee who was Hispanic may also have had a language barrier in the understanding. Okay. Well, they are the K and the L. I'm looking at my keyboard. They are next to each other. I think he does the best he can, take a drink, order sandwich orders, but a lot of the rest was lost. There's never been experience like this before. Well, that's a point in your favor if no one came forward and said, I told him my name was Rod, and he said, Moon Cricket? And I was like, what? Moon Cricket's not my name, sir. Don't worry about it.
And I don't believe you for the fact that you didn't apologize, for the fact that you didn't acknowledge it, for the fact that you didn't be like, you know what, I can't change this, but let the manager know. Blah blah blah. You none of that. You was like, deal with it. Fuck you.
All right, so Karen, 0 to 100.
100. I'm not buying that bullshit. Don't care.
All right, and for me, I give it a 50 because I do believe him. I think that's what happened. I think a person with English or as a second language typed something wrong, made a mistake. She was getting mad. He was like, it ain't a big deal. Just take the food and go. She was like, I want a refund. He was like, I'm not doing that shit. And it's really the customer service is getting them to 50. Because I think if a person not happy for any reason, you just give them their fucking money back and move on. But I don't think he was really trying to call her a darky. I don't think he was. So
and my thing, you know what? Even if what you're saying is true,
yeah,
for the fact that you didn't acknowledge or anything, like that's the problem I have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the racism for me doesn't kick in with darky. It kicks in with the dismissiveness. A black person could have made a mistake of typing something wrong or whatever the fuck. Like, I like this doesn't feel like the other restaurant where it was like, we ain't got no black people in this town, watch this shit. You know what I mean? This feels like he might have made an honest mistake, but the fact that he was so insensitive to her is where I get upset. Is like, because I see, this is the thing about all these stories. It's such a trigger for people with racism. They expect us as black people to immediately jump to the most like harshest negative take possible. And I try not to do that, to be honest, because I want to be fair-minded. And also I find it's easy to manipulate people that way. Like, some of the biggest, most controversial online movements I've seen have been over misunderstandings and people riling people up. So my thing isn't, it's impossible that he typed it wrong, or he made a mistake and it's English as a second language shit was fucking him up. That's possible. That's totally possible. Totally possible. I got typos all the time. Don't look at my text, Nigga, what? You're at work and the customer is like, you couldn't have said, I'm sorry. Hey, my bad. Oh,
that's why you're getting 100.
I didn't mean that. That's not,
not what I meant.
Well, I want my money back. No? Who the fuck are you tell somebody no, they can't have their money back?
Let me go get the manager right now.
Yeah, so that's the part I have. This isn't people in the chat being like, Hispanic people can't be racist. Who the fuck is that? This is the Blackout Tips. I don't know what show y'all listen to, but who don't think Hispanic people can be racist? Black people could be racist. Anybody could be racist towards another, like, or even themselves. You can be anti-black. But it's the treatment that, to me, the initial mistake sounds like could be a mistake. So that's why I'd say it gives a 50. And by 50, I mean, like, yeah, sure, you didn't mean to call it darky, but then you tripled down. So now it don't matter if you meant it or not. Because by default, you meant it. You see what I'm saying? Yep. You weren't sorry for it, so by default, you now meant it. I've now talked myself up to a 75. Okay, so 75. But yeah, people with egos, man. Let the shit go. Let the shit go. I'm talking about the dude, not her. The ego, man. I made a mistake. Sorry. Like, you couldn't be bothered to give a fuck. Like, I remember, like, I've worked these type of jobs, man. I've never treated anybody like this. I can't even imagine telling somebody to get over it or move on. Like, even when this shit is not my fault. I've been working and someone dropped their food and I'm like, oh my God, how do we fix this? That's my job. I'm at the job where I fix things for people.
Yep, I've actually spilled shit on customers before.
Yeah, like you make mistakes. Shit happens. Now if he would have spelled darky with an IE, okay. That'd
have been a little different.
Ex-Starbucks manager has been awarded $25.6 million in a suit over firing after 2018 arrest of 2 black men. I remember this story. It was a big story. It was when the black dudes were sitting in the Starbucks and they were told to leave. And this was the let's start a conversation.
Yes.
Common was looking at that paper. Race Together program and all this shit, retraining all the employees.
Then they closed for a day or two and all that shit.
Yes. So over the top. I'm sorry. I know that, we're supposed to, it's really more of a punitive, showy allyship thing, but the vast majority of these type of incidents to me be like, do you really need a day of retraining to be like, hey, let the black people sit there? Seem like a quick fix.
Quick fix.
Seem like y'all wasted a lot of man hours on this joint.
Right, and paid a lot of people for a day off.
But jurors in a federal court have awarded $25.6 million to a former Starbucks regional manager who alleged that she and other white employees were unfairly punished after the high-profile arrest of 2 black men at a Philadelphia location in 2018. Shannon Phillips won $600,000 in compensatory damages and $25 million in punitive damages on Monday after a jury in New Jersey found that race was a determinative factor in her firing in violation of federal and state anti-discrimination. So just so you got this correct, the white woman they're awarding her money saying she was discriminated against. In April 2018, a Philadelphia store manager called the police on 2 black men who were sitting in the coffee shop without ordering anything. Phillips, then regional manager of the operations in Philadelphia, Southern New Jersey, and elsewhere, was not involved with the arrest. However, she said she was ordered to put a white manager who also wasn't involved on administrative leave for reasons she knew were false, according to her lawsuit. Does that cover your ass shit?
Yeah.
They worry about the optics of it. It's like, a white person got to be punished. Phillips said she was fired less than a month later after objecting to the manager being placed on leave amid the uproar. The company's rationale for suspending the district manager, who was not responsible for the store where the arrest took place, was an allegation that black store managers were being paid less than white managers, according to a lawsuit. Phillips said that argument made no sense since district managers had no input on employee salaries. This is why she won the case. And this is one of the reasons I'm very wary of this performative corporate punitive bullshit. I don't even like that train. I know other black people and some white people will be mad about this. I don't care. I don't even like when they bring in that one white woman that's like, oh, white people need to apologize for being white at work. Fam, I'm black. I didn't even ask for this.
Right.
I don't know who the black people are that want that, but it feel like a white people thing. Y'all think that's what we want.
Right.
Is to see white people be sad at work. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to be left alone. I want to be paid equal for my fucking work and just get out of my way. Right. That's it.
That's all.
End the transaction. It don't gotta be. I don't need Susie from fucking accounting feeling sorry and crying in the meeting and telling me she understand. I don't need that.
Don't care.
I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want to do the training for it.
No.
I just leave me out of it. And Starbucks is a big performative type of company where the people at the top clearly did not understand racial stuff. I think one of them ran for president, had a terrible platform about race. I know they're trying. They want to do the work. They want to be the liberal white ally person. But dog, even the black people wasn't asking. None of us was like, and then fire that bitch. She ain't had nothing to do with it, but get her white ass. None of us want this.
None of us asked for that.
Now you look stupid.
None of us knew who she was.
You just threw another $25 million away trying to make people feel good that you got the white person that had nothing to do with it. What the fuck?
And she was like, the fuck is this?
And it's not as simple as they got fired for being white, but you definitely were wrong to fire these people for pointing out an obvious, hey man, it seemed like y'all just on our ass for the look of it to put it in the paper.
That's valid. Right.
It don't really seem like y'all didn't actually show what we did wrong.
Yeah, do the due diligence to prove, right?
The lawsuit alleged Starbucks was instead taking steps to punish white employees who worked in the area in an effort to convince the community that properly responded to the incident. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was performative, right?
During closing arguments, Friday, Phillips' lawyer, Laura Matachi, told jurors that the company was looking for a sacrificial lamb to calm the outrage and show that it was taking action. Law 360 reported picking a black employee for such a purpose would have blown up in their faces. Yeah, that's true. Even if it would have been a black person that literally was the one that kicked them out of the thing, you can't fire a black person for being racist to black people, because the way the internet was working at the time, it would have been like, nah, we need a white person.
Even if that would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah, even if it was right, we would have said we want a white person. Starbucks denied the allegation, saying the company needed someone with a track record of strength and resolution during the crisis, and replaced her with a regional manager who had such experience, including navigating the aftermath of the Marathon bombings in 2013. Phillips' attorney, however, cited earlier testimony from a black district manager who was responsible for the store where the arrest took place, who described Phillips as someone beloved by her peers who worked around the clock after the arrest. So, yeah, that was another thing too. So you got a black district manager who was responsible for that store, you didn't want to punish that person,
right?
Because you knew it was a bad look. Leave me out of these optics bullshit, man.
It wasn't about doing the right thing. It's about how you looked.
Yeah. And I guarantee y'all probably had to pay those fucking dues too. So now you gotta pay everybody.
Yes, got to pay everybody.
So yeah, we may see what happens. Because sometimes these deals get reduced and all this stuff. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they lost this shit, because I always thought this shit was faulty as fuck. The whole thing of it. You know, and all because y'all just couldn't let black people sit in the motherfucking lobby the way everybody you've ever been to motherfucking Starbucks for any period of time. You've seen somebody just sit the fuck down, not really doing much, maybe not even buying anything, just having a chat. Maybe they get something, maybe they don't. You've seen it before. It's not some exclusive shit.
Time.
So yeah, 0 to 100.
This is a 25 because the incident happened, but not trying to find this white lady actually get a 0 because she was like, "Hey, dog, y'all fire me instead of finding the right person. I ain't do shit, and I end up losing my job because y'all wanted to make yourself look good. Like I'm on this white person's side. Like, hey, right. I get it, dog. Like you shouldn't have lost your job."
Someone said, "How much did the men get?" The company reached a settlement with both men for an undisclosed sum and the offer of a free college education. The company also changed store policies and The two men also reached a deal with the city of Philadelphia because the police arrested them for a symbolic $1 each and a promise from officials to set up a $200,000 program for young entrepreneurs. Because the dudes weren't like hurting for money, and they didn't really want that out of it. It was just
you end up paying your employees.
I give her a 0. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm glad she fucking got him. Because he's fucking. I hate the performative part of these corporations that looks for a headline and not real change.
Right.
I hate that shit.
Like I said, and I will continue to say this. I would rather you not do shit. And people don't want to hear that because I know we live in a world where everybody want to put their morality. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for burgers. Sell me burgers. The fucking end. I don't care about your political affiliations. I come here for the product. You make it about the other shit. Like I didn't come here for any of that.
So I like that. So I don't care that she got him. But yeah, Starbucks, I always hated their performative shit. I thought that Race Together campaign was the most milquetoast, non-committal bullshit. I don't even really fuck with the like corporate a lot of the corporate activism that came in the wake of George Floyd. I don't fuck with it for real. I fuck with it in the like, you might as well get a check.
Why you can't?
You know, it's like black capitalism. Where I'm like, yeah, I mean, shit, capitalism gonna happen, so might as well be Rihanna. But it's not like I'm sitting around like, oh, and Rihanna got a check, so that was like I got a check. Like I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? So this is how their activism always felt like. Cool, hopefully somebody gets something out of it. But I'm glad it cost them a bunch of extra money because they were being performative and not real. And I mean, it's sad that the money went to some random white lady, but y'all the ones made those actions, not us.
Right.
All right. Well, we've been talking about an hour. All right. let's wrap this thing up with some guess the race. I think we can get out of here on that. This time for guess the race. 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 A woman chases her sister's stolen car, shoots 2 people inside after it catches fire.
Goddamn!
St. Louis, Missouri. The suspect, Francesca Jones, 32, is arrested for 3 counts of first-degree assault, 3 counts of armed criminal action, 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child.
Goddamn, 3, 3, and 3.
She crashed into a Dodge Challenger after her sister's Challenger had reportedly been stolen. The crash resulted in serious physical injury to the truck driver, and the vehicle ran off the road and caught fire. She then exited her vehicle and shot the 2 occupants of the Dodge Challenger, and one of the victims exchanged gunfire. Police arrived on the scene, and Jones was detained. She's being held on $750,000 cash with no 10% bond.
Oh, so you got to pay the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's all or nothing.
Yeah, she was driving with 3 children in a St. Louis suburb when her sister's Dodge Challenger.
Traumatizing them kids.
When her sister's Dodge Challenger, which had been stolen a day earlier, passed by on the road, and she said, "I'm about it. Am I my sister's keeper?"
She said, "Bitch, you thought."
Well, Karen, guess the race.
Black.
Karen feels this is a black crime. All right, we'll see. She took the Challenger part of the Dodge Challenger pretty seriously. Black says Joy. Black.
She was like, that ain't who I thought it was.
Y'all gonna have to dodge these bullets. Set it off like Vivica Black. She learned how to drive from watching Bad Boys 2 Black. Black and her lace front stayed in place the whole time. Dodge Challenger, Black. The correct answer. Everyone has said Black on this one, and you all got it correct. She definitely got to look like she about that life.
Oh, she did that shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't nothing for her to be like, well, I guess I got to kill some people with my kids in the car.
You seen that? It was like, I know that ain't my sister's car.
Right. I know her kids was like, we just want to fucking listen to motherfucking Baby Shark or whatever the fuck we listen to now. And mama out here got to kill some more people.
Right?
A woman is accused of killing an Uber driver over kidnapping fear, and now she still remains jailed.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not how this works. This xenophobia is a lot, man. You know, maybe it's like a mental health thing too, but like, you know, all these allegations of the shady other brown people from another country are coming to take us. They're kidnapping us. They're sex trafficking us. Maybe that's what took over. I don't know.
That Uber driver a week ago is set to have a bond hearing. According to court records, 48-year-old Phoebe Copas thought that she was being kidnapped to Mexico when she shot her driver. CBS Fort Morning, Giovanni Carrillo joins us from the courthouse with a preview of that bond hearing this morning. Giovanni?
Right, well, Phoebe Copas is currently being held inside the El Paso County Detention Facility under a roughly $1 million bond. Now, just take a look at the video that's playing on your screens right now. That is the booking picture of Copas. She is being accused of shooting and killing her 52-year-old Uber driver, which police have identified as Daniel Piedra Garcia. Now, according to court record, Copas told police that she was in El Paso visiting her boyfriend and was planning on meeting him at Speaking Rock Casino. Now, Copas booked and paid for an Uber to pick her up and take her to the casino on June 16th. And while 52-year-old Piedra Garcia was taking her to the casino, Copas told police she saw an exit sign for Juarez, Mexico, and thought she was being kidnapped. Now, Copas then pulled out a handgun and shot Piedra Garcia, which caused a crash on US 54 highway, according to court records. Now, police say the investigation does not support that a kidnapping took place or that Piedras was veering from Copas' destination. Now, court documents also state that Copas didn't initially call emergency services. The document says Copas took a photo of Piedra Garcia after he was shot and sent it to her boyfriend through a text before calling 911. Now, this Wednesday, June 24th, the Piedra Garcia's family made the difficult decision to take him off life support. The family said he is a loving man who wanted to provide for those he loved. And while he doesn't have children of his own, he has many godchildren who are devastated. His family also believe that the stereotype about the border may have led to Piedra Garcia being shot. Meantime, Copa is being charged with murder.
All right, Karen. That's the race of what was her first? Phoebe Copas.
White.
Karen's going white. Let's check the chat room, see what they believe. White and evil, says Trey. Man, also like she saw an exit that said Mexico and just was like, I'm shooting this person. Like, you know you can track it in your app to see if it's taking you to the right place, right?
Mm-hmm. And you can track it in your app. You can. It's a lot of ways. Do like your regular ways.
Share your trip with your boyfriend, not the murder picture after you shoot the dude. Right. Susan cosplaying Annie Oakley. Finished watching the Forever Purge just before getting in the Uber White. Crazy Latina had no concern for her own life, shot him while the vehicle was moving white. Latinx, international hysterical white woman, scared the driver was going to take her gerbs white. This some white paranoid predator shit. All right, everyone guessed white, Hispanic. You all got it wrong. Yeah, that's a sister with a bad lace front of eyes.
Oh no!
Yep.
We out here shooting people.
Yep. So you had to go off on.
Oh no!
All right, let's go to the last round. So far, Karen is 1-1. So.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, so far Karen is 1-1, as most of the audience is. I don't think anyone got that second one right. I was shocked myself, and I've already seen the article, and I was like, "Oh, she's still black. What the fuck?" Let's get to the last story.
Imagine this, too pretty to rob. That's what a man called a woman hours after he allegedly did rob her, and he did so at gunpoint.
That's according to new court documents outlining a terrifying encounter that ended in a bizarre demand for connection, as our John Duran explains.
Police say last month, outside of a home on Harlan Street on Indy's southeast side, a woman was out checking her mail around 4 o'clock in the morning after her work shift when a man, police later identified as Damian Boyce, approached her, pointed a gun at her, and stole $100 in cash from her. Afterwards, Boyce allegedly asked the victim, with the gun still pointed at her, if she had a boyfriend, and then asked if she would add him on Facebook.
Court records show Boyce pointed out his profile to the victim and watched her at him, saying he would pay the money he stole back to her. He then fled the scene on a bicycle. The probable cause affidavit shows that same day the two exchanged Facebook messages. Boyce saying, "Look, just know I'm going to pay you back. It's an expletive way to meet, but expletive. You was too pretty to rob." The victim replied, "I believe you, man. I could tell you're sweet. Times just get rough. I know that." Boyce sent more, saying, "I feel like a total expletive. I swear I got you. What's your Cash App tag? Or you could send it when I'm ready." Then continued, "For real, I'm expletive. We had to meet up on them terms. Come chill with me. I swear I'm not on that type of timing." The victim replied, "I do have a man. You know I can't do that, LOL. I wish you the best, though." Court records show Boyce was charged with armed robbery Wednesday. Court records also show Boyce was arrested and charged in a separate incident last week for robbery resulting in bodily injury and battery by means of a deadly weapon, amongst other charges. In that incident, he allegedly shot 2 people and hit someone else in the head with a brick.
Goddamn!
Well, they weren't too pretty to rob.
Boyce is due in court Thursday afternoon. In Indianapolis, John Duran, 13 News.
All right, thanks, John.
Yeah, and
it's like, so I'm not too ugly to rob. I'm not too ugly to rob, and you got to beat me. Come on, man. It's like you're compounding my problems. Just take the money. All right, Karen. Guess the race of Damian Boyce.
Oh, black. And had enough to tell me to friend you, so it ain't like I don't know who you are, and I can't be like, police, this is him. The fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, it was not a very smart crime, I would argue.
No,
just like if your plan was to get away with it, you made a lot of mistakes.
And that boils down to Dick is not your friend. That is idiotic.
All right, let's check what the people believe his race is in the chat. Okay, this is an Atlanta episode. Black, just another darkie. Loke dog for Don't Be a Menace to South Central Black. Sure, I'll add you to my Facebook to help the police find you, Black. Oh, this is a nigga. Robin season of Atlanta Black darkie. Grove Street. CJ just trying to be sweet, but not discreet. Black. This has nigga written all over it. Chocolate Thunder Man. Young Michael B. Jordan in a rom-com Black. Dumbass nigga. Everyone went Black on this one, and everyone, you missed it.
Missed it. Oh no!
Yeah, this is a we grow.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, he's on his Travis Kelce, a Vanilla King, if you will. Okay.
Oh no! Out here being John B.
Tatted all the way down too.
Don't listen to what people say. I'll go get you that money back. Nigga. That's what he
Girl,
was doing.
it's all right, baby.
Are you still down?
Are you still down for me to return this money to you? What's your cash app, girl?
Yes. The fuck is happening
I can
here?
see it in your eyes.
I don't even feel bad on missing it. Because, goddamn it, I just knew that was the brother.
I could tell that you want me from the Facebook DMs. Oh, that's so sad.
So sad.
Could have been a great meet cute in a rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's your number? Can I get your Facebook? Follow me.
Right, and he's not ugly either.
No, he's got the Travis Kelce. Yes. Like, if you like a thug, if you like you a thug,
6-packs and shit.
I wouldn't even say he's a wigger. He's more of a wig up to me.
Yeah.
You know, not the hard R. All right, let's go to the last thing: sword fight, sword ratchetness. Baby, are you still down? Still down for me? All right, let's get into sword ratchetness. I'm trying to put it on my screen.
I don't even feel bad. Me and the chat room is 1 and 2.
Yeah, nobody was hitting those. That was a tough today.
Yes, they were.
Like I the way he was chatting with her and stuff. Like, damn, I fucked up, shorty. You know what I'm saying, girl? Let me take you out. You know, that's fucked up. We even got off like that. I'm like, I don't know how this man talks and everything from just this little clip. And of course, he turned out to be a weed girl. You know, damn girl, you too fine to rob. I'm gonna rob you though.
Right, and then had another ride off in the bike.
Police say he threatened another man with a sword. Utica police say officers were dispatched to the Econo Lodge in North Utica yesterday morning around 8 a.m.
Ain't nothing going down at the Econo Lodge but crime and pennies, and sometimes at the same time.
Econo Lodge. That's
Econo
Lodge.
Lodge.
Econo Lodge.
Yeah.
Oh no, baby. You know what's there nowhere like that. You know what? They rent by the 30 minutes.
Is he blue hair? Wow.
Not even an hour.
His hair is blue. That is an interesting choice there, buddy.
We do 15-minute segments.
Looking like a broke-ass Freddie Mercury.
After the alleged victim called and said Joseph Arsenault picked up a sword during a verbal argument that became physical and threatened him with it. Police say the victim fled the motel and contacted police. Based on the fact that the weapon used was likely still in the room, Investigators with the Criminal Investigation Division applied for a search warrant, and upon receiving it, searched the room and say they located a total of 8 swords.
8?
The 43-year-old arson.
This is Doc Ock, nigga. You only got 2 hands. 8 swords?
He had a clan? Was he late for the meeting?
Right.
Arsenault is charged with menacing and criminal possession of a weapon.
Even Tanjiro thinks that's too many swords.
Yes!
All right, y'all. That's it for today's episode. We'll be back Saturday for a feedback show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.